release. This is a statement from you that has been put in the ISL website in 5th November 2021. You are asking Kerala Blasters fans to keep faith amid growing pressure. So it's been 4 years. It's been 5 years since you take over. How should Kerala Blasters fans keep faith till now and after also? And one more question to Abik, I think you should answer it. There have been so much of speculations and things about agency favored signings.
So look,
And
it's very philosophical question. How we together we want the same things, and we have to believe. Imagine if players have same question. It would be really bad. So we have to work and believe and move on. So that's the point. And I don't know what to say honestly. How? if you really want, if you really support, that's how. That's the point. So also whatever people speaking, I also, especially now looking back in this years, I really think it was moments which allows us to believe more than enough these moments. So few situations there and there on our side, and things could be really good. So we have to continue.
With the agency bit. So see, guys. Firstly, it is, how do I put it? We can view it in two ways, right? One, we've obviously seen content, we've seen the videos, etc. Firstly, and here we won't take names, right? We don't want to be disrespectful to anybody, but I think everybody will understand what we are speaking about. So we can look at this in two ways. One, obviously, whatever the allegations are, you can just do if you guys are smart enough, go to each club and look at the number of players belonging to the agencies you're talking about who are present in each club. You'll get your answer, right? There is a significant number of players in each club from this agency or these agencies that exist. If you even look at Mohun Bagan, Bengaluru, etc., you'll see it. So recruitment is never done through agents. Recruitment is done when we fix a plan, when we believe that there is a player we want. That is when we find out who the agent is, and then we go and speak to the agent. Before this, an agent has no contribution. So what I can tell you is this: it's not as if the agent is coming to us with a list and telling us, okay, you need to sign these 3 players for your team. That's not what happens. And anything that happens, if people are trying to connect the dots, it's a coincidence, nothing more than that. Because firstly, the coach selects or decides. Then Carolis, obviously, with his team, they look at the market, they identify and understand who is available, who is best suited for this club and this position. Then we sort of go and approach the agents. And I can tell you, Carolis, for one, is somebody who would prefer not to have an agent at all. Because it is saving the club money, right? If we don't have to pay commissions, it is beneficial for us, right? And you have to do less talking. So as clubs, we definitely, it's if you look at it, it's counterintuitive. We would, from a economical standpoint, not want to have this in the way, but we believe we are a part of an ecosystem. Obviously, there are agencies who represent some of the best players in the country, and it's a player's freedom to choose which agency he is part of. It's as simple as that. And it is not something that we get involved in or we recommend. Each deal that is done, each agency commission that is paid out is personally looked at by our owners who look at the books, not just us. There is a big team in the ownership group that audits every single sort of, what do you call it, transaction, and looks at where the money is going. And if the owners wouldn't have had faith, you would have seen the outcome by now. So it is a little hurtful as well to see that those accusations being given the position we are in. Obviously, you cannot sit at the table and discuss and talk about every single allegation that's leveled at you. We simply don't have the time. You need to look at each team. You need to understand how many players, what players from that agency is present in all the teams, and then you'll get your answer. Because these agencies have players in each and every club, including the champions. There are 5 or 6 players there. So you can't really say, oh, why have you got 5 or 6 players from this particular agency? Doesn't make sense. So I don't know, Callis, if you have anything to add to this or overall.
Yeah, so I think it's always a topic in every club, in every country, because I think not all people completely understand the function of the agent. Agent is representative of the player. Player choose a person to represent him in negotiations. So that's the point. And sometimes, for example, we scouting some youth tournament, Reliance League, yeah, this elite final group. And okay, we noticing, scout noticing a couple of players, we check videos, and then, okay, there are no information about him in public information. We get to that player, we ask, do you have a representative? He say, yes, I have a representative. And suddenly we see that this is one of 4 or 5 biggest agencies in India. And that's the point. The agency, the biggest agency, they're doing the best job, because they're getting best players. These clubs need these players, and naturally, circle is going.